kind of tumultuous, but
tumultuous.
I don't know. There's a word.
Dude,
There's a word.
are you a Fulbright scholar?
Big words kind of. Not yet. I don't know. Or it was busy. That's not a word. But and ever since you said the thing about like coming to Wokehouse and thinking about what's gonna happen after Wokehouse, I always like I feel guilty about that.
I wasn't thinking about it before you said it, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's the perfect irony. But, it really be like that sometimes.
Yeah, you know, can't wait until my work day is over. Can't wait till the weekend, and the weekend's here. But then you're not really there. You're thinking about other stuff. It's
What
just
I think
like
is really,
never.
It's like planning in meditation and being like, oh, I'm gonna make all these good plans. Like, I'm living my best life. Like, I'm gonna do all the stuff that's gonna be good for me, and I don't do any of it. And I just do my normal routine. None of that ever happens. So I think there's a absurdity in that as well.
Is thinking that your best life is in the future and not right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all do that.
Huh.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw something and she was saying that she wanted to be like a leisurely person, like she wanted to have a leisurely life, so she wanted to do more leisure activities instead of focusing so much on work and school and stuff like that. And so, not saying putting off the things that you have to do, but creating leisure activities into your everyday life is what I really got out of it. Like, instead of like, I'll sit down and watch TV and then I'll be like, oh, I have like 6 assignments due tomorrow, like, and then I'm thinking about what I'm gonna write my essay over and stuff like that. When in reality, I should be spending that leisure time in the moment and watch that TV show that you want to watch, drink that beer that you want to drink, read that book, whatever.
I definitely try to separate the leisure activities that are like wholesome and unwholesome, and like try to maximize the wholesome. Sometimes. A lot of times you indulge. Anything, I believe in that. I don't know. There's a middle way between acceptance.
Trying to think of like what Charlie just said, right? So like I worked really hard this week, so I should really enjoy today and tomorrow and not think about work, or you know what I mean, enjoy that leisure time so that I'll be refreshed to go and work again next week, you know what I mean? But I ruin my free time by thinking about my work time. I ruin my work time by thinking about my free time. You know what I mean?
And I saw it as like bring leisure into your workspace. So I love my job, but whenever I'm there, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait till this day is over. So instead of spending time complaining and thinking about the end of the day, just enjoying the time that I have there, make it a leisure activity for yourself.
Can enjoy out of your work, making it like play, right?
I mean, that's just what everybody tells you. It's like, well, you gotta find a job that doesn't feel like work. Like, that's kind of job.
Everything feels like work if you're doing it.
That's so true. That's
If you're getting up
that's the truth.
Everything feels like work if you have to wake up early.
That's the truth.
Like I love my job, but when that alarm goes off, I hate it.
I'm grateful that
That's good.
it's really like
You put it out?
yeah, I work there. Isn't that okay?
Well, I was looking good when I was meditating. And then all of a sudden I started thinking about the movie Mission Impossible 3. And the thing was, oh, that scene was so cool. And he jumped over that wall. And I said, okay, I'm meditating. Come on. Really,
Yeah.
It's it's humans. Yeah, my Roshi would say, gently pull your mind back in. Because there is that saying that the Zen novice and the Zen master, he goes, I want to be enlightened. Okay. He says, I want to be enlightened in really hard. Okay, 5 years. He goes, I want to be like really, really hard. He goes, like 10 years. I want to do it so hard. 15 years. I mean, you would just say, you understand.
The harder you try, the longer it's gonna take for you.
Yeah. Well, there was another little martial arts teacher gave me on how meditation. He said the best meditation to think of is if you want to tame a cow, give him a large pasture. Does that make sense? It's spacious.
Give yourself freedom
And that doesn't mean physical spaciousness. It's psychological.
I have one for you.
There,
There's a monk that went to his master and said, what is enlightenment? And the master said, which side of the door to keep your shoes on?
Huh.
Can you explain that?
I don't get that either.
Yeah.
Like, is there no answer?
No, I mean, it's the answer's like, I mean, there might be no answer, but how I think is like, if you're truly present, like 1,000% of the time, maybe not 1,000% of the time, if you're truly present, let's say, then you will know the answer. You'll know what side of the door you put your shoes on, and you can.
Or what does it mean
Well, I'm
to be
enlightened. It's on the left side.
side of the door? Is it perspective? Like you're looking that way, it's the left side door. If
No,
you're looking
I
that
don't know.
way, it's like the left side door.
I mean, it might not.
Maybe you just,
That's another way to take it. I think that's how it was done.
well, there's one that I didn't understand for a long time, and I think I understand it. But it said, when asked about enlightenment, the monk said, before I was enlightened, I chopped wood and I hauled water. And then after I was enlightened, I chopped wood and I hauled water. Now, what I take that to mean is, when he was chopping wood and hauling water, he was preoccupied with other things. I can't wait until I'm done chopping wood. I can't wait till I'm done hauling this water. I can't wait till whatever. And then after enlightenment, when it was time to chop wood, he just chopped wood. When it was time to haul the water, he just hauled the water. He was in the moment. He was free. Not mind one place and body somewhere else. Brought the two together. When I'm watching the movie and drinking a beer with a buddy, I'm here. I'm not over there. And when I get over there, I'll be completely over there. You know what I mean? The training of the mind. But the thing, it looked a lot the same. Still chopping wood, still going, it's like I may become enlightened, but I still work here at Clubhouse and I still do the normal stuff. But my mind is finally at peace and I'm present with my work. Does that make sense? All right, I need a strong reader.
I'll do it.
You'll read it?
Sure.
All right, just this right here.
Alright. In catching sight of others, think that it will be through them that you will come to Buddhahood. So look on them with open, loving hearts. This will become a prevalent theme. Sentient beings are the cause of our enlightenment. When they bother us, we learn patience. When they're suffering, we learn loving kindness and compassion. No matter what reaction they evoke, we can relate to them in a way that leads to Buddhahood. Instead of buying into aversion, we become tolerant. Instead of staying stuck in selfishness, we extend a hand to someone in distress. Instead of letting jealousy sabotage us, we train in rejoicement therapy.
Rejoicement therapy. When he says it's a common theme, it's a common theme, all right. Especially with Shanti Deva. Others are our way to enlightenment. We will never truly learn about ourselves in isolation. We need the asshole. We need the jerk. We need the person that needs our help. We need the person that gets on our nerves. We need conflict with other people so that we can truly learn about ourselves and our own minds. So Shantideva is saying, you know, in Tibetan Buddhism, we talk about every person was once our mother in a past life. We should cherish other people so greatly, and that's what the whole Bodhisattva vow is. And the whole reason that when we die, we choose to keep coming back to this planet, or, you know, rebirth as humans, is because we want to help other people reach enlightenment, right? So this whole Buddhist view of life is that we're all in this together. We're all in the same boat. I need you. You need me. We need each other. I could go up into the caves and disappear for 40 years, but in those 40 years, I might not learn as much as I would with one interaction with you being a jerk to me. After we have that interaction, I walk away and say, did I speak to them in kindness? Did I not blow my temper? Did I try to be encouraging? Did I try to hear their view? Did I try to be in their shoes? What practice did I do today with my mind? And if I did it once, I might do it tomorrow. If I can do it tomorrow, I might do it the next day. And next thing you know, it becomes who I am. I am a man of peace. I am a man of patience. I am a man of kindness. You know what I mean? But it's practice, right? And so I can't get that up in the Himalayas in a cave. We need each other, you know. So Shantideva is saying, let me see, that it's the common theme in Buddhism that every other sentient being is the very cause of our enlightenment. When they bother us, we learn patience. When they're suffering, we learn loving kindness and compassion. No matter what reaction they evoke in us, the way we relate back to them will lead us to our Buddhahood. Does anyone have, Malcolm?
I kind of just, the first thing that I thought of there is like, reminds me of just sitting on the bus and like seeing tons of different people just on the bus. And like, oftentimes just like in that space of like judging someone else on the bus, like, or something.
Judging them?
Yeah, or like, or sometimes, I don't know, I mean, I rarely ever talk to someone else on the bus, right? And it's kind of like a taboo. But everybody notices one another though. And so you see them. And someone's like doing something, you know, like ruffling around in their bag, or, you know, bumping into other people, sorry. You know, or bugging out or something, or talking to themselves, or like whatever, like that's kind of like such a, it's almost a mundane thing, but that relates to this because all of those other people, you have something you can learn from them. And like you, especially your reaction to that, you know, if you do take it to a space of like judging those people, or of just like, you know, if someone's clearly having a tough time there, you can just be like, you know, be well and happy, like, or reach out to them, or something like that. Or thanking the bus driver too, that's nice as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's just what that made me think of. It's just kind of like a collection of a lot of situations.
What if you were sitting on the bus and you had this thought, I ride the bus because I'm trying to be eco-friendly and not own a car. But you ride the bus because you're poor. Or something like that, right? Like, these things go in your mind where you're trying to classify every single thing, put yourself in a good light, somebody else in a bad light, and all these things like that, right?
I don't know, I think riding the bus is very you get to see ordinary folks.
I feel that way on social media as well. Like, it's all these people on your Facebook or Twitter that you grew up with, or that you know so many things about, and then you see their lives now, and you're constantly keeping up with their lives through social media, and so you're constantly judging or comparing yourself and stuff like that. So I
little
shitty
different.
stuff over
Yeah. But also, I mean, it's a public forum. That's the idea, is that you're putting yourself out there for other people to observe.
Mm-hmm.
And if there wasn't anyone to observe, would you still put yourself out there? Like, would you still post a picture on Instagram or tweet a tweet if there wasn't anybody to like it or even see it? Like, or and how would that change? You know?
I think I would just start a journal.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds like the deepest question you can ever ask. Like if you're
For millennials.
tripping on mushrooms or something,
Oh, no.
would you ever tweet a tweet if no one would ever see it? Would you ever post a picture if no one would ever?
How do you ever post a status?
It's like,
No one will give out about it.
right?
If the tree falls in the
If the tree falls in the forest, would anybody hear it? Yeah. Has your your interaction with social media changed? In other words, like has something political or other people's ideas that are different than yours? Let's say who's the president or whatever, where it used to really trigger you. This is what I've done is like try to make it a practice, like totally understand that person is coming from a different worldview, right? Even if I personally totally disagree with what they're saying, if I think if I was born in their family, in that place, had their occupation, my whole idea about the situation could be very different. So I'm not going to get triggered and upset with them because that very well could be me in a different situation. That's the practice. Right?
I like how you're pointing and saying, I'm getting anxious just saying that. I'm like, no.
You get anxious what?
No, I have to. Little wouldn't even hit a bug.
Awesome.
But I would yell at someone about what politics.
Alright.
On
Mhm.
Facebook.
Yes. And in a way.
So basically, Shantideva is saying we should use those situations to grow from, right? So I mean, seriously, I mean, we're almost done here. What could we do to better our lives? If this information remains in the book, then there's no need to even talk about it. Seriously, how can we utilize other people in our lives to get closer to enlightenment, to become more loving, kind, to be more understanding, right?
What you just were talking about, if somebody here was to let their politics is hot button, right? Politics to be known, would you then hate that person or feel like you have to make that person understand where you come from? Or does maybe that person have just a view, like you were saying, a view that's different than your own, a view from maybe how they were raised, maybe the job they do, maybe whatever. You can say, well, I'd have to write that person. What makes you right? What makes your point of view right? It doesn't matter.
Ego.
It doesn't matter who's right. So when you're seeing somebody on a social media account saying something that you disagree with, yeah, you can, say something back or get upset with them or block them or whatever, but does that mean you don't like them? Does that mean you won't listen to them? Does that mean you'll turn your back on them or walk away from them or,
Would you do that if they were here right now in front of
would
you?
do that if they were here right now? Or would you politely listen to them and be like, that person's crazy, whatever, but you're going to listen to them here, I mean, I'm not perfect on Facebook either, but I try not to delete people just because they're, I've worked with them in the past and they feel a certain way and they make that known to everybody as much as possible, that's fine. That's your perspective, Maybe I feel like I've moved on. Maybe I didn't get any farther. We just don't see the same way. But I'm not gonna just walk away from the conversation because it's not what I think or how
What is it triggering in me that I'm reacting like this, right? Are your hands up or are you stretching?
I'm stretching, but I also want to say something. I think that's true to an extent. I think you can be compassionate and understanding of other people's views that are different from yours, and that's like a perfectly harmonious thing that we can all do, especially now. When you're different with someone, it's okay to try to understand that you really move past it. So like, if any of you guys said something wild, and I was like, I try to be understanding of your situation, but I also think that there's a level that I can be understanding too. And then when you go beyond that, I do have to separate myself from you because the things you say are not like conducive to me being happy and safe around you. And I definitely think that I come from a small town, lots of relatives that are very small-minded, I think, in my opinion. And sometimes I just have to completely separate myself from them because their views are so different from mine that I can't support or respect anything they say. And it's time for me to be like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. Like,
I think it just depends on how that person makes you feel inside. If you see them and you see what they're saying about certain topics or something about their life or what they believe in, and it makes you feel judgmental or ugly inside, or that feeling you get when you judge someone, or you're talking about someone and they walk in and you feel that ugly feeling, that's a good time to remove yourself whenever it's hurting yourself, making you upset.
It feels toxic to you, right?
But isn't that a point that you need to look more on yourself, and being able to, like you say, not, because I think it comes from a standpoint of ego, of thinking automatically that you're right, that your thinking is the right way, when you have to always have the possibility that it may not be.
True.
There's always that possibility. There may be a piece you're missing. No one knows everything. No one knows all. And
So-
just be tolerant and accepting.
Yeah.
Some, agree to disagree
Yeah.
and move beyond it.
I know Sherry has been trying to say something there.
trying. No, I just want to say the way I was raised is, my mom and dad always told me a surefire way to drive a wedge between yourself and someone else is to discuss politics or religion.
yeah.
And so we were just raised, you can have your politics and you can have your religion. You don't need to share them or push them upon people. And even my parents, their views on politics differed. We never knew who our parents were voting for. They never told each other who they were voting for. They were married for over 50 years,
Yeah.
And we just kind of took that as a really good lesson. And I get in situations all the time where people want to, whether it's on social media or in real life, and they just really want to talk politics especially. And I just go, I was raised not to share my politics.
Yeah, I agree. But at another point, it's also when someone talks about their politics, that does say a lot about how they see the world. Because politics is a very concrete thing. And your point of view is to say how you feel about poor people or how you feel about minorities or whatever. And if someone says something, you're right, because if you say politics, once a person says to you they feel this way, if it really goes against what you believe, then you're like, okay, that's what they think, and then you might ultimately distance them. That's it, if a person says, I like such and such, I believe this real passionately, and I think they're out of their mind Nazis or what, you know what I mean? Like someone who's just like way off. And because that's why you should talk about politics unless you're willing to have the fact that the relationship might end. So
Yeah.
What about the possibility, even if you disagree, taking the opportunity, if this person is insistent on creating that discussion, inquiring why they feel that way. They may have had an experience that has caused them to feel a certain
Sure.
way that you never might have had.
Well,
Yeah.